Hello everyone, I'm in Senado Square in Macau, one of my favorite places in the whole world. The Portuguese name is Largo do Senado, and I believe the translation in English is Senate Square. I've also heard the name just Senado Square. But this is a really interesting place, one of the best tourist places to come to in Macau. Lots of shopping in this area. There are just very interesting things to see, like temples, churches, and this is definitely in my top 10 favorite places in Macau. And I've been here several times, and what I'm going to do in this video is walk from Senado Square to the ruins of St. Paul, which was a burned down church a few hundred years ago, but it's really fascinating. One of my favorite places. And incidentally, Notre Dame is my favorite building in all of France. The ruins of St. Paul is probably my favorite building in all of Macau. It's a burned down church, and I'm going to show you there. Okay, so I'm going to show you this area now. Okay, so here's a fountain, and I want to show you, interestingly, lots of the signs in Macau are trilingual, 4 languages but 3 scripts, so maybe quadrilingual but with 3 scripts. You've got the Chinese script, Portuguese, and English. And they say quadrilingual because you have Cantonese, Mandarin, Portuguese, and English. So Cantonese and Mandarin are very similar in the script. You can effectively say they use the same script. It's just occasionally a few characters are different. Okay. Way off in the background, that's probably my favorite casino in Hong Kong, in Macau. That's called the Grand Lisboa, and it's owned by the richest man in Macau. His name is Stanley Ho. He's a very interesting character. For a long time he had, I'm not sure, for at least 30 years he had a monopoly on gambling in Macau, if you can believe that. It's incredible. He had a monopoly for so long, and he may have a monopoly on some things still, though there are some foreign casinos, so I don't think he has a monopoly anymore. Okay, so this is just walking down some shopping area, and as I mentioned, I'm going to walk to the ruins of St. Paul. And here you've got lots of international brands for shopping. Yeah, you'll find all kinds of shopping here. So for shopping here, you can find delicious food, clothing, cosmetics. You've got cosmetics from all over. So yeah, lots of international brands. Local brands, try some local food. Okay, so just to show you where we're going to be going to the ruins of St. Paul, the ruins of St. Paul's. It was a burned down church. And this, incidentally, behind me is another church. And I haven't mentioned, but Macau was a Portuguese colony for a few hundred years. I don't want to give you bad information, but anyway, a few hundred years. I don't remember the exact time, amount of time it was a colony, but it was a colony for longer than Hong Kong was a British colony. So a very, very long time. Yeah, but in any case, yeah. My initial idea is at least 400 years it was a colony, but I can't say for certain because I forgot. This here, Chow Tai Fook, that's a famous jewelry brand from Hong Kong. And you see this is a cosmetic brand. So anyway, this area, lots of good shopping. Though a lot of these things you can buy in Hong Kong. I come to Macau for the unique culture, delicious food, and really interesting buildings. And of course, casinos once in a while. I'm not a gambling addict, but I do find gambling to be extremely fun, so long as I can control myself from gambling too much. But I usually, interestingly, I usually win. Though when I lose a bit. My record is, yeah, more wins than losses, but I don't know if I've actually won more money than lost. Okay. While walking this way, I want to make sure that I didn't get lost, so I show you the right way to the ruins. Actually, it's been about a year, probably about a year since I've been to Macau. And I want to be certain that I'm going the right way, because this area is a little bit, sometimes it can be easy to get lost. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I came back, because I would have been walking in the wrong direction. Talking to this camcorder, it's hard for me to focus exactly where I am, but I'll do my best. Okay, here's a interesting place. It is durian ice cream. I don't know if you know what durian is. Durian is basically a fruit. And if you come to Asia, Southeast Asia especially, it's really, I'll show you a picture of what durian is. So that's durian. This is durian. So they have durian ice cream, and I may be able to show you, yeah, there's other places. This is the Portuguese egg tart. That's some food you should definitely eat in Macau. It's super delicious. So that is a typical Macanese food you should eat. The egg tart. Yeah, if there's two foods you should eat, in my opinion, it's the Portuguese egg tart or the Macau egg tart, and pork burger. You can eat a pork burger by the ruins of St. Paul. Okay. And I just want to be certain I'm going the right way. I think I am. Yeah. It's a little bit, I believe it's after 6 p.m. here. It's getting a little dark. As I mentioned, it's been about a year since I've been here, so some things have changed, but it's mostly the same. Okay, so anyway, lots of great shopping. And also you'll see places like this. This is dried pork, and definitely that's another food to try, the dried pork. You can also get that in Hong Kong, though here it's really big. And those kinds of stores, they'll often give you samples so you can try. Here's another store, you can see these in Hong Kong. Bi Chong Hyang. And you see there's a lady, she's giving out samples. And yeah, I think Macau is really a very interesting place. As I mentioned, it was Portuguese for a very long time. I believe it was 1999 that the Portuguese lost the colony. So it's no longer run by Portugal. Though you can definitely see their influence historically. And interestingly, yeah, Macanese people are pretty unique. A lot of them are mixed between Portuguese and Chinese, or at least a lot of them have ancestors who were Portuguese. And the Portuguese brought a lot of their culture here. You see lots of churches, Catholic churches. Yeah, and of course Chinese influence here. Lots and lots of Chinese influence. A lot of people here speak 4 languages. Portuguese, English, Mandarin, and Cantonese. Though most people's native language would likely be Cantonese. Young people, a lot of young people don't really know Portuguese, probably more older people, because it's no longer a Portuguese colony. Okay, so off in the distance is the ruins of St. Paul. I absolutely love this place. And as I mentioned, it's a burned down church. You still have the, basically the front of the church still there. But yeah, it's really quite nice. And this church also is a few hundred years old. So it's nice to see very old buildings. And as for the pork burger I mentioned, I'll quickly show you where you can find that. It's on the side. There's a few restaurants that you can buy a pork burger from. I have been to a few times. So here on the side, I believe you can buy a pork burger somewhere in here if it hasn't changed. Yeah, so here's a pork burger place. Looks like pork burger, yeah. Okay, so you can get a pork burger from here. And yeah, so it's basically right next to right around the corner from the ruins of St. Paul. I've been to this place a few times, this Turkish food place. It's also pretty tasty. Tasty food. And there are a bunch of tourist shops where you can buy souvenirs. Like for example, this one. Beautiful souvenir of Macau. And here's a fruit place, I believe. Yeah, you can buy some juices, and they sell other things too, I believe. Yeah, they sell pork balls and some other random snacks. But anyway, so up there is the ruins of St. Paul's. And actually, I want to walk up here and show you the outside. It's really, really cool in my opinion. And for me, it's not about the religion part. It's, for me, I love history and culture. And yeah, it's amazing that this building could last so long, even though most of it was burned down. You still have part of it still here. And as I previously mentioned in the video, that building off in the distance, that is Grand Lisboa. It's a really nice casino that I recommend you go. I mean, I'm not working for them or anything. I just think it's a really cool casino. Okay, so here's the outside of the ruins of St. Paul's. and it's definitely a place to get photos and all that. And I'll walk right up to the edge. This is what the edge looks like. Here you can see the probably evidence of burning. It's from a very long time ago though, a few hundred years ago. Burned down, I don't know what year, but yeah, anyway, this church is very old. It burned down. Off in the distance there's I believe there's a museum.
Sorry, Kevin, you could go and shout and tell us what it's
It's quite interesting. And yeah, so lots to see in this area. And if you go back down, shopping you can do. And I definitely think that Macau is a really amazing place. So if you get a chance, I recommend you come visit Macau. I think you'll have a great time. Okay, so I'd appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers within a few months. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you want to share this video, please do so. Thank you.